What's up, y'all? It's your man, Derek Andre, and you're watching Who is Derek Andre TV on YouTube. And you know what time it is? I'm going to tell you exactly what time it is. This is Totally Disgusted with your host, Derek Andre. All right, y'all, I'm back in the house. You're watching Who is Derek Andre TV on YouTube. And yes, it is me, Derek Andre. And listen, if you are new to the channel, let me get the housekeeping part out of the way. Excuse me. If you are new to the channel, please, while you are here, click that subscribe button and the reminder bell so you never have to miss another video. It helps kind of, grow the channel. That's what I'm out here for. I would like to see this channel turn into something pretty cool. I think I got some pretty decent content on here. And if you like content like I produce, then I would certainly appreciate you taking just a few seconds. It doesn't even take a few seconds just to click that subscribe button and that reminder bell so that you never have to miss another video. All right, so listen. It is Thursday, and I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. It is hot in Georgia. I was outside today, had to take care of some business, and I think that I was slowly beginning to spontaneously combust. That sun felt like it was literally inches above my head, and I was pretty hot. I don't know where you are watching this video. I hope that you're having a better experience with the weather than we are. If you're someplace where you've experienced some inclement weather, I'll pray for you and your family's safety. Hopefully everything will come out all right. But yes, in Georgia, it's hot. And it's been raining a lot here too. I think we're kind of catching some of the residuals from Hurricane Aaron. I think that's what it is, because we've had rain pretty consistently for probably the last maybe week or so. It's been pretty rainy, man. We'll start off kind of sunny, but at some point during the day, near the end of the day, it begins to get a little wet. The precipitation begins to show up. So hopefully you're not experiencing that. All right. So if you're having a great day, I'm happy for you. If you're not having a great day, you still have until midnight tonight to make that change, all right? Even if you wait till 11:59, if you wait until you got 1 minute left in the day to make that conscious choice to have a good day, that means that you can end this day on a positive note and already be in gear to start the next day with one equally as positive, all right? All right. So let's get into today's topic. So I like movies. I like movies. I like movies. I used to make them, but I'm not what you would call a movie buff. I mean, I'm not going to sit up here and tell you I know who all the directors and the producers were on this, and I don't know who the cinematographer was on that. I'm not that type of a movie lover. But I do love a good movie. And my favorite genres of movie is, first and foremost, is sci-fi. I really do like science fiction movies. I don't know. It's something about the concept of space and, spaceships and alien beings and planets in our galaxies and in the universe. I like that kind of stuff, man. I like that alien type technology, sci-fi, fantasy type genre of movie. I like that. I also like comedies. All right. I enjoy a really good comedy. Okay. And I mean, sometimes it gets kind of hard. Some folks get kind of goofy, but I like a really good comedy that kind of catches you off guard funny. You know what I mean? So sci-fi and comedy are my two favorite genres. Now, what we're going to talk about today is neither one of the above. What we're going to talk about today is a genre of film that keeps people up at night, man. This genre sometimes can have grown men shaking in their boots, man. Because folks can be scary. There are some things that can actually be really scary. And so the genre we're going to talk about today is horror movies. Yes, horror movies, man. And the question that I have for you today about horror movies, and if you want to tell me in the chat, we could talk about it, or in the comments if you're watching this video after the live stream is done. But the question I have for you today is, what movie from your childhood is still scary in 2025? What movie from your childhood is still scary today in 2025? So here's the thing. I always feel like movies that were made prior to heavy CGI usage were some of the best films, because you legitimately had to be creative. You had to come up with ways to make a shot believable. If it was, especially in sci-fi movies and in horror movies, you had to come up with a way to make people believe that this is real. Now, when you go back and look at some of this stuff, like if you go back and look at old episodes of The Twilight Zone, which is actually one of my favorite old TV shows. If you go back and look at some episodes of The Twilight Zone, you can see that it was pretty archaic. You know, they had some the rocket ships. You can sometimes see the string. You know, the smoke look all fake and stuff like that. You can see it, but still, you got to think back in the 50s and 60s when the Twilight Zone was in its heyday. Man, that was cutting edge technology, man. That was special effects. And you watching it on a little small black and white TV. Oh yeah. You couldn't see no strings on no small black and white TV, but now that everything is 4K, 8K, 10K, you know, TVs, every TV got a K in it. You can see every single thing. And so you kind of notice the corniness of it. But it still took a lot out of people to produce these movies and to make you believe that it was really that scary, that it was something that horrifying going on. So I have a list of movies before I talk about the movie that I watched not too long ago that really scared the crap out of me. I got a list of movies that I'm going to run through. And if you got a list that you'd like to add, please, by all means, either add it in the chat or add it in the comments. But I got a list of movies that I'm going to run through to see if any of them were on your list of scary movies. Because there's tons more. There's tons more. All right, so here we go. Old horror movies that are still scary. All right. So they got Night of the Living Dead. I don't remember watching Night of the Living Dead in its original form. I might have to go back and watch that. I don't remember watching Night of the Living Dead. So I can't comment on that. Now, Psycho. Yeah, Psycho was wild. Psycho was wild because the sound effects. You know what I mean? When Norman Bates was messing around, he had that doggone knife. Norman Bates was like, yeah, he was, dressed up in that one like a one. Man, listen, that was some pretty spooky stuff. All right, so Rosemary's Baby. I have never seen Rosemary's Baby. Let's see, when did that come out? Rosemary's Baby I don't have no information on it. Rosemary's Baby, I don't know. I've never seen that. I did see The Exorcist. The Exorcist was scary. But it wasn't. Nowadays, it's not that scary when I go back and watch it. That's kind of like The Omen. Now, The Omen was scary. The Omen was scary because that little boy in The Omen, that little dude, man, there's something about scary movies with little kids in it. Little kids, man, they already kind of creepy out sometimes, But in a horror movie, a little kid is even scarier, man, because you don't expect a little kid to be that possessed. You don't expect a little kid to be that ominous and dark. You know what I mean? You know, when you see a little kid, you expect little kids to be like, hey, little kid, sometimes they bad. But you don't expect little kids to have the devil in them. You know what I'm saying? You don't expect little kids to have the devil in them and be taking out grown people and, getting folk. No, man. So when you see horror movies that's got little kids in them, man, that's a whole different level of spooky. All right. So, yeah. So The Omen was definitely a trip. It was pretty scary. They don't even have that on the list. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That movie was scary back then, and it's still kind of scary now. You know what I mean? It was a lot of screaming. So the screaming in the movie kind of, I think, for lack of maybe effects, they added a lot of screaming and yelling in movies back then. But, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it was pretty scary with Leatherface, man. You go to like haunted houses nowadays, they still be trying to, use, like those same techniques and tactics like they did in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You go to some of them haunted houses for Halloween, during Halloween, and they got these doggone, fake chainsaws, man. And if you've ever seen a movie that somebody got chopped up with a chainsaw, just the sheer sound of that chainsaw can get in your head, man. It can get in your head. You know it's a fake chainsaw. You know it's a fake chainsaw because you paid $30 to get in the haunted house. You ain't going to pay $30 to have somebody cut one of your limbs off, so you know it's a fake chainsaw. But just the sound of it, man, it changes you, boy. Man, listen, I done seen many a grown man come out of a good haunted house, shaking, man. So Texas Chainsaw Massacre, man, they kind of set the pace for them chainsaw murders. You know what I'm saying? All right, so who else we got? Halloween. Okay, Halloween was cool. I would never, I don't know. Michael Myers just, the early versions of Halloween, yeah. He was, the hockey mask, Michael Myers was, he was a pretty scary dude. But I think when you keep making sequels to some of these movies, it waters them down quite a bit. Because you got to know that if you watching Halloween and Michael Myers going to show up, he going to come up out the water, this, that, and the other. Or is that Jason? Which one was Jason, y'all? Was it Jason or Michael Myers? Friday the 13th. Yeah, Friday the 13th. Wait. Hold on. Friday the 13th. That was, I'm sorry. Friday the 13th was Michael Myers, right? Yeah, that's right. Friday the 13th with is Michael Myers, and then Michael Myers, and then Halloween was Jason. Yeah, Halloween was Jason. But I mean, it's the same overall. It's the same overall theory. That they eventually gon' come back around. So they both, you know what? I just really tripped off this. Both Michael Myers and Jason. Hold on, y'all. Let me pull this up. I never really paid any attention to that. Hold on. They both wore masks. I knew they both wore masks, but it never registered the way it's registering right now. Look at that. I never really tripped off the fact that they were that close together in appearance. I don't even think I ever put two and two together that they were that close in appearance. Because you don't see him until it was Michael versus Jason. But you never really see him on the same screen together. So I just really thought, that's why I was confused there. But at the end of the day, when you get done, how many versions of Halloween did they have? You know what I mean? How many versions of Friday the 13th did they have? You gotta know it's all gonna end the same way until they finally run out of plots to keep on making another sequel. Because they've made how many Halloween movies were there? There were how many Halloween movies? Halloween movies are there? There were 1, 2, 3, 4. Good God Almighty. There are how many Halloween movies? There's more? Wait a minute. Okay, hold on, y'all. Look at this, man. I'm sorry, man. This is why they killed the horror genre, man. They kind of watered it down. But I'm getting back to the topic at hand. But look at this, y'all. Look at this. Look at all these damn Halloween movies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13. 13 Halloween movies. The most recent one was in 2022. How many? That's Halloween. How many Friday the 13th movies are there? Let me see. Hold on. It better not be 13. How many Friday the 13th movies are there? There are 12. 12 Friday the 13th movies. You see what I mean? They can run a good movie into the damn ground. 12 Friday the 13th movies and 13 Halloween movies. Come on, man. Anyway, let's go on and finish running through this list so I can get to the point where I tell you the movie that I'm going to skip this one because this is actually the movie. But they got the Eyes Without a Face. Never saw that. The Haunting. I know I didn't see that. The Innocents. I've never seen that. Dracula was kind of scary. Nosferatu, A Symphony of Horror. I ain't never heard of that. I might have to go look that up. I don't know what some of these movies are. I ain't never seen none of these. The Shining was kind of spooky. Jack Nicholson did his thing in that, man. You know, with them little kids, them little girls on the damn hallway with them damn tricycles. Man, them little kids, they scary. Nightmare on Elm Street. All right, Freddy was all right. Alien. Okay, Carrie. Carrie was actually a scary movie. Because it was just trying to look at what's the lady's name that played Carrie? I can't think of her name right now. She just, I don't know, man. She just looking at her, just kind of, she was, I don't know, man. She was just scary looking. Yeah, I don't even know if the movie was as scary. What was her name? Carrie. What was the lady's name that played Carrie? Sissy Spacek, yeah. Her eyes, it was something about Sissy Spacek's eyes, man. She still looked creepy. Man. Even when she ain't playing Carrie, she still looked creepy. It was something about her appearance in that movie that really made that movie scarier than it probably should have done. But I guess that's the point of having, picking your actors and actresses to make up, So they got Frankenstein, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, American Werewolf in London, blah, 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 freaks. They don't have Phantasm on here. They don't have Helter Skelter on here. Those were two of the movies that really scared the crap out of me. But this movie right here, I'm just going to play a snippet of it. And hopefully, TikTok don't give me not TikTok, YouTube don't give me no problems out of this. But this movie right here, I watched this movie a few months ago, and this movie still scared the mess out of me. Hold on, y'all. Let me pull this up. This movie still scared the mess out of me. And when I show it to you, and if you've ever gone back to watch it, you'll know exactly what I mean. Now, look at this, man. Look at this. This movie is still scary. Just listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. All them damn birds. Y'all see all them damn birds? Y'all see all them damn birds? That ain't even the scariest scene, man. Y'all see all them damn birds? I watched that movie a couple of months ago. Down in the living room by my damn self. Lights off. I'm big grown. Big grown. I'm like, yeah, I can watch this, man. This ain't nothing. I'm going to go ahead and check this out, man. This ain't nothing. Man, that movie had me down there reevaluating and questioning everything I ever knew about my life, man. I looked at that movie, man. I was like, so mind you, the Birds came out in 1963. The Birds came out in 1963. All right, I wasn't even born yet. I wasn't even born yet in 1963, okay? So that movie is 7 years older than I am. And I was watching that movie thinking to myself, there was real birds. There weren't no fake birds. They had some fake birds in there, but a lot of them scenes was real damn birds, man. Hold on, let me see if I can pull the other scene up that I'm thinking about. There's another scene in the movie where they are leaving the house. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can find. There was a scene where they was leaving the house. And let me see. Alfred Hitchcock. Hold on. I'm old. I gotta type. I can't talk and type at the same time. Alfred Hitchcock. The Birds leaving. Let me see. Hold on. Where is that scene at? I got to find that scene, y'all. That scene messed me up. That scene messed me up. It was so many birds, and they was tiptoeing. Leaving the house because they did not want to disturb the birds. They was trying their best not to disturb all them. Here it is. I found it, y'all. Here it is. I found it. Hold on. I found it, y'all. Hold on. I found it. Hold on. Here it come. Hold on, y'all. I found it. Yeah, I said found with a T. I found it, y'all. Hold on. Here I come. Hold on. Let me switch this over. Now, I just want y'all to look at all these damn birds. Hold on. I'm going to skip it forward some to the scene where they got to leave the house. Now, look at this, man. Look at all these damn birds. Hold on. Here we go. Look at this, man. Let me mute this mic so I don't get no echo. Hold on. Let me mute this mic. Hold on. Look at this.
Shh. Stay there.
Can I bring the lovebirds, Mitch? They haven't harmed anyone.
Oh, all right, bring them.
Y'all see how them damn birds? Y'all see how them damn birds? Crows. And what's the other bird that be at the beach all the time? Not pelicans. Seagulls. Mike. Man, listen. I can't imagine what it had to be like shooting that scene in that movie with all them damn birds. Because all you got to do is spook one of them. You see how beat up they was? Them birds was turning their asses up. Man, look how beat up they was. Look. She got a whole ass bandage on her head. Them birds was turning her ass up. Man, them birds was killing folks, man. Them birds was killing folks, man. I watched this movie. I was full ass. I'm 54. I'm 54. That movie still to this day creeps me out. Still to this day, man, that movie creeps me out. All of them damn birds, man. All of them damn birds. Me and my wife was out walking the other day. We was at this little park. We ain't never been to this park before. We walking this a little body of water. Like a little cesspool. It wasn't nothing exciting. A bunch of damn birds flying around. I got uncomfortable. I'm like, damn, baby, you think we need to still be here? You think we need to go on and leave? You think I started having flashbacks of a movie that's 62 years old. That movie, to this day, still scares me, man. It spooks me out, man. Just look at all these damn birds. Where they at? Look at all these damn birds, man. Let me go back to this scene. Look at all these birds. Hold on. Look at them all on the roof. Hold up. Look at them all on the roof, y'all. Hold on, I'm finna pull y'all back in. Hold on. Look at them all on the rooftop, y'all. Look at all of them damn birds, man. They was all on the ground. They was all on the fence around the house. They was all, everywhere you looked, it was a bunch of birds. That movie, to this day, still creeps me out. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here, y'all. I ain't going to stay here too long, man. Listen, if you have a horror movie that scared the bejesus out of you when you was a kid, and then you went back and watched it again, and it scared the bejesus out of you again, let me know what that movie was in the comments, man. Let me know what that movie was in the comments, because scary movies nowadays just ain't that scary. There was some movie trickery in there. There was some special effects, but a lot of that was actual birds, man. That's what makes it so scary. That's what I'm saying. You watch a movie now, like if they try to do a remake of the birds nowadays, it's not going to be that scary, because you know that the birds are going to be CGI. They're not going to be actual birds. But watching that movie, man, listen. Think about Jaws. Now, I know Jaws wasn't an actual shark, but they had that animatronic shark looking so doggone real. That was another movie It wasn't as scary to me when I got grown. But it was a little scary when I was younger. But that damn shark was huge. That animatronic shark was enormous. And I think it's on Netflix right now. That shark was enormous, but it looked good. And for the day, it was definitely a scary scene. You know it ain't real. But it still looked real because they just didn't have the technology to do all of those things that they can do nowadays. Let me see if I can pull up a quick little clip of Jaws. So just to remind y'all, hopefully y'all ain't at the beach or nothing, and you don't want to be going to the beach after you done watch the clip of Jaws, because then you're gonna be feeling a little spooked out. Now look at this, man. Look at this. Let me pull this up. Hold on. All right, here we go. Now look at this, y'all. Look at this. Now just watch this, man. Just watch it. Now look at this. Here we go. How was that not scary? Look at that, man. Look at that. Now he kicking and flailing. You hear the bones crushing? He punching it like he gonna do something to it. Stab him in his eye. Stab him in the eye. Look. Oh my God, he's spitting up blood. Look, listen, man. Listen. Hear me and hear me well. Hear me and hear me well. I don't care who you are, man. That's spooky, man. I know it ain't a real shark, but that looked like a real shark because back in the day they had to actually create things because they didn't have the technology to do CGI. They had to create a very authentic looking shark, and they did. Look at this damn shark, man. Look at the damn shark, man. He done bit all through the damn boat. Look at the boat sinking. The boat is sinking, man. The shark done bit all through the damn boat. Look, let me go back a little bit. Look at this damn, look at this, man. Look at them damn teeth. You can't tell me that ain't scary. Look at them damn teeth. Oh my, look at that. Look. See, yeah. See, that's what made horror movies back in the day. For real and legit scary, because they had to do some things differently than what they do nowadays. Horror movies nowadays ain't that scary because you already kind of know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen. But back then, man, listen, that movie, the birds, like Jaws, even The Exorcist, with her head spinning around and she throwing up and carrying on. So let me know in the comments, y'all. Let me know in the comments what movie you watched as a child that you went back and watched again as an adult and it still scared you. Don't be afraid. I just completely unpackaged all of my baggage and let y'all know that the birds still scare me to this day. The birds, y'all. The birds. Alfred Hitchcock, The Birds, still to this day scares me, man. The Birds. That movie, it does something to me, man. Every time I see it, I just can't. I just be like, I can't with this, man. I can't with this. I'm sorry. And I think it's even scarier because a lot of supernatural stuff, it ain't real. Shit, it's birds outside, man. I live in front of a whole bunch of trees. It's birds outside. Like straight up birds. We got crows in our neighborhood, man. Crows. That's why it's so damn scary. I ain't worried about a white chick in my hallway with a long tattered ass gown on. I ain't too much worried about that. But a bunch of damn crows? Shh, man. I love y'all, man. Be peace, be love, be one, man. Hey, if you're new to the channel, by all means, click that subscribe button and the reminder bell. Please make sure you tell a friend. Let's help me get this channel to grow. All right, I'm trying to see just how far we can take Derek Andre TV, and I want to take you with me, man. So share this video, man. Give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Definitely leave a comment, because I want to know that I'm not the only person who had some movies that scared the out of me when I was growing up that still scare me now. Helter Skelter, the movie about Charles Manson, that movie scared. The movie itself was scary, but it's a scene at the end. Yeah. It's another movie called Taboo. I think it's called Taboo. Maybe it ain't called Taboo. I tried to look it up, but I couldn't find it. But there is a movie called Phantasm. Phantasm is spooky. All right. It's about like a funeral home dude work at he like a mortician and stuff. Stuff like that that's like real life stuff. That stuff kind of scary, man. You know, I believe that there are haunted houses and stuff like that, but that don't scare me the way, you know, things that I interact with every day do. I interact with birds every day. Every day. Every day. I interact with birds. So, yeah. All right, y'all. I love y'all, man. Be peace, be love, be one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video episode. I think this was episode 29. So I will see you on episode number 30 of You Know What It Is. 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 And I'm finna go and let you know what it is if you don't. Peace. Thanks for tuning in to Totally Disgusting. Make sure to like, comment, and tell a friend.
White beaches, stunning scenery, and abundant marine wildlife.